Hello friends, Happy New Year! Welcome back to my first video of 2025. I hope that everyone had a lovely holiday season. All of my Christmas decorations have all been taken down, which always makes me kind of sad. I always am kind of a bit bummed when the holidays are over, but here we are. Welcome to January. So if you remember my little Christmas tree from the last video, that has been packed away and Suarez is back in his home. Now I realize that I don't believe that I have introduced you to Suarez yet. This is him. Now Suarez is the first birthday gift that I ever got Adrian back when we were dating. He wanted to redecorate, sort of refresh his place a little bit, and I had no idea what to get him. And then I came across this guy and I don't know, somehow this just felt appropriate for a guy and his bachelor pad. So here we have him. Now, this was in 2014 during World Cup, and Adrian is a pretty big football fan, or soccer fan, whatever you want to call it, and he follows World Cup really closely. And there was a player from Uruguay named Suarez who got into some hot water for biting an opposing player. So this gave Adrian the idea that we should name this guy Suarez. Now over the holidays, we wanted to make Suarez feel a little more festive, and we ended up buying him a little Santa hat. And after the Santa hat went away, Adrian was feeling like Suarez was looking a little naked. So we had the thought that maybe we should start a little hat collection for Suarez. You know, different hats that we could change out for different seasons and different occasions. And I would like now to unveil for you Suarez in his new winter hat. So here he is. What do we think? Now, if anybody has any brilliant suggestions of some other hats that we could get for Suarez for different occasions throughout the year, leave me a comment. Okay, now let's actually get back to the topic of the video, which is design resolutions for the coming year. Now, I am not someone that really cares that much about New Year's resolutions necessarily, but I also don't think it's a terrible idea to take this time to think about how we go about designing our homes and perhaps reevaluate the way in which we do it. So I have come up with a list, just a few things that we may all want to keep in mind and consider as we embark on any new interior design or decorating projects this year. One other thing I should mention before we get started, I do have a little announcement to make. So make sure you stick around until the end of the video and I will have more information for you then. None of us are perfect, and really, why would we want to be? Perfection is boring. So when it comes to your home, stop trying to make it perfect. Instead of wasting your time trying to emulate a magazine photo shoot, embrace what makes your home imperfect. It is okay for your home to look like somebody actually lives there, because somebody does. And imperfections are interesting. Flaws add character. And I fully acknowledge as a recovering perfectionist that this is something I myself really need to work on. But I am also the girl that left the ironing board out and visible in my home tour video. So I would like to think this means I'm making a little bit of progress on this front. We really need to stop with the overconsumption. The EPA estimates that 9 million tons of furniture are thrown away every year. We're just buying way too much stuff, and it's clearly things that we are not holding on to. A big reason for this is fast furniture. Trendy, inexpensive pieces that just aren't built to last. And I get it. Who among us hasn't been tempted to buy a piece of fast furniture from time to time? But I truly believe that we would all be a lot happier with our spaces if we changed our buying habits. Filling our homes with mass-produced fast furniture and decor really isn't a great path to a well-designed interior. So in the coming year, I think that we could all benefit from more thoughtful consumption. Focusing on buying just what we really need, buying the best quality we can afford, and looking for timeless styles that we're not going to tire of. And try shopping your home before you go out and buy something new. I just gave my shelves a little bit of a refresh for the new year, and I only used items I already had. Of course, another great way of reducing our consumption is buying vintage. And I know I sound like a broken record at this point. I am pretty much constantly advising you to buy vintage, but buying secondhand is just so great for so many reasons. It means finding unique, interesting pieces with character, with staying power, pieces that not everyone else is going to have. It's better for the planet. It's better for your wallet. Yes, it requires some time and effort and a bit of patience, but it's so worth it. And the process can actually be a lot of fun. So if you are not already shopping secondhand, this is your moment. 2025 is the year. Stop worrying about the opinions of other people. Your home belongs to you, and your opinion is the only one that actually matters. Now, for some people, this might seem really obvious, but for others, I know that this can be a challenge. We have all been conditioned to care far too much what other people think. Yeah, thanks for that, social media. If this is something that you struggle with, you might want to check out my video on the secret room theory, where we dive deeper into how to create spaces that feel authentic to who we are. Don't be beholden to design trends. Now, I know this can be especially challenging when we're being bombarded with lists and articles about what is in and what is out for the coming year. It is really easy to get caught up in all of that and feel like your style has gone out of fashion and you need to change everything that you've done in your home. But remember that the ultimate goal of all of these trend cycles is to manipulate you into buying stuff, and you don't need to listen. Stay true to your personal style. Only engage in trends if they really genuinely appeal to you, and trust your gut. Incorporate some color. If you follow my channel, you know that I am a person who is drawn to spaces that utilize color. Now, if you are someone that prefers an all-neutral space, that is totally fine. I am not here to try to change your mind. This resolution is really geared more towards people that like the idea of maybe introducing some color into their space, but they're feeling a little intimidated or unsure. Color is a really powerful design tool that can impact our perceptions, our emotions, and totally transform our environments. So whether it's just a few small, simple accents in an otherwise neutral space, or you really want to go all out with lots of color, don't be afraid of it. Have fun with color, experiment. And if you need some more ideas and inspiration on working with color, be sure to check out some of my other videos where we dive deeper into this topic. Cut the clutter and get organized. Okay, let's go there. Do you have a bunch of clutter in your home that is causing you stress and just generally making your life more difficult than it needs to be? We've all been there. In fact, if you could see the current state of my basement, you would know that I'm there right now. Getting organized and decluttering your space is maybe not the most fun or exciting thing you're ever going to tackle in your home, but it's definitely worthwhile. I really do think that it's true that a clear environment leads to a clear head. Now, this does not mean that you have to achieve maximum levels of minimalism and throw away half of your belongings, but even a few small changes can make a big difference. Now, I'm certainly not a home organization expert by any means. I am not the person to really be giving tips or advice on how to go about this, but there are lots of experts out there. So let's agree to find them and make 2025 the year we finally get our shit together. Or at least some of the crap that's in my basement. Well, friends, there's my list of design resolutions for 2025. Now, I mentioned at the start of this video that I had a little announcement to make, so here we go. I would really like to begin creating some content where I can assist you, my lovely viewers, with some of the design questions and challenges that you're dealing with. So I invite you to submit any design dilemmas that you're struggling with that you think I might be able to help with. In the description, I'm going to link my email address along with some more information about how to submit your questions. I don't yet know for sure exactly what form this video is going to take. It depends how many questions I get, the sort of questions I get. I have never made a video like this before, so bear with me. I have just been so encouraged by all of you and your support for Tara Talks Design, and hopefully this will be a little way of me showing some appreciation. I'm just so excited to see where 2025 takes this little community and this little channel of mine. As always, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I hope we see you at the next one, and bye for now.